What is up, guys? It's Scott with Never Hedge, back for another Cloverhealth update, and we are down a little bit today, down about a quarter, 26 cents here, minus 2.93%, and so not terrible. We did have a big announcement by Cloverhealth that we'll get to in a sec. First, let's quick look at the charts. So big sell-off to start the day, probably regarding their warrants announcement for some reason. And then the RSI is sitting pretty strong here at 48.99. MACDs are just about touching at the end of the day, and then slight bullish cross in after hours. Before we get to the news, let's go quick to Ortex. So here we're looking at the short interest on Ortex, and it is about the same as yesterday. 32% free float on loan, 81% utilization rate, and 36.78 million shares on loan. Quickly going to the naked short report. We're showing as of yesterday, because this is a day behind, they don't have live data. It's 1 day behind here. So we got 36.72% of the volume on this is shorted, and that is rising from, well, it's the highest it's been since July 7th. So here a couple of days ago it was 35, 33, 30, 31. So yeah, lots of short interest coming in on this. We did have a huge institutional buy today on Cloverhealth. There it is. Fidelity Series Total Market Index Fund picked up, oh, what is this? 740-ish thousand shares. That's quite a fucking bit. Whew. Actually, 960,000 shares picked up by the Fidelity Index Fund. There are a couple of different funds that they manage, but they're all from Fidelity. So that is super bullish. They're buying in here. They know this is a good fucking company. Going to the short interest. So the short interest percentage of the float has increased, as well as the short volume ratio, as we kind of saw here on the naked short report. It is going back up, and the short shares availability is down from yesterday, as low as 650,000. Right now it's sitting at 2.7 million. I think yesterday it was as high as 3.5, somewhere around there. And the short bar fee rate, however, is continuing to drop. So now on to the news. So Cloverhealth Investments announces redemption of all outstanding warrants. This came out today, and so this could have caused a sell-off as people were fearing dilution. I did find a good summary of this on Reddit. So we're going to get to that right now by Germ J. So this is more on the what are warrants side to start, but then it gets into the Clover specific example. So here we go. Clov, what are warrants? Why do companies issue warrants? What does today's announcement about Clov warrants mean? So here it goes. What are warrants? Warrants are similar to options in that they give the holder the right to buy or sell an underlying stock at some point in the future. The main difference to options is that warrants are generally issued by companies. Investors cannot write warrants like they can options. Unlike options, however, warrants are dilutive. When an investor exercises their warrant, they receive a newly issued stock rather than an already outstanding stock. All right, now that we got that down, why do companies issue warrants? So warrants are sometimes issued by companies during an IPO to attract additional investors. If a company wants to issue a stock at a certain price, but there are not enough investors to buy at this price, they can issue warrants at a lower price. And so warrants represent a potential source of capital in the future when a company needs to raise additional capital without offering other stocks or bonds. And the company receives the funds when they finally sell the warrants, and again when stocks are purchased using the warrants. Warrants are typically priced inexpensively compared to the underlying stock. So we saw 10 cents. Yes. 10 cents per public warrant. How many warrants did Clov sell in their, so this is from their Q1 2021 10Q, 38.5 million, and we had 27.6 public and 10.9 private. So this is big here. The exercise of the warrants for the Class A common stock would increase the number of shares eligible for future resale in the public market and result in dilution to our stockholders. This is very big. What does today's announcement about warrant redemption mean? I guess Clov was always able to redeem warrants under certain conditions. Clov can redeem warrants for 10 cents if the last reported stock price is greater than or equal to $10 for any 20-day period within any 30-day period. The stock price closed at or above $10 from 6/7 to 7/7, so they are exercising their right to redeem the warrants. Now, the warrant holders have 1 month until August 23rd at 5 p.m. to decide what to do, either to exercise their warrants in cash for $11.50 per share, which is diluted, and Clov gets additional cash and gives 1 share of Class A common stock per warrant. Option 2 would be to exercise their warrants cashless at a maximum of 36 cents per share of Class A common stock per 1 warrant, and this would be dilutive, but not as much as number 1. Option 1, Clov does not get additional cash. Option 3 would be to do nothing and receive 10 cents per warrant. Option 4 would be sell warrants on the secondary market. So is this bullish or bearish? So this guy is purely speculating here. But a company issues warrants to receive additional cash in the future if they are redeeming them while out of the money. Most warrant holders will not exercise in cash, so the company will not receive any cash. So I guess that Clov does not expect to need additional cash. So overall bullish, no matter what warrant holders decide to do. This is them basically saying, we're good, we have all we need on hand, so if you would like to give us more, we don't need any outside investment at this time. If all warrant holders exercise in cash, then we get diluted by 27.6 million shares, but it would also mean they're in the red and that they believe the stock price should be more than $11.50, so also bullish. And if a warrant holder exercises the cashless, there is less dilution, so it would be 27.6 shares times 0.361 would be 10 million maximum shares, but would also be in the red, so they must believe that the share price should go higher, also bullish. And if warrant holders let their warrants expire, then Clov has to redeem them for 10 cents, no dilution, and no material cash impact for Clov, so bullish but highly unlikely because there would be the maximum loss scenario for warrant holders. So overall, this could be a good thing for Cloverhealth because they are signaling that they do not need any more outside investment. But this is something that we should keep an eye on, and we are definitely going to keep an eye on this one for you guys. So as always, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel for more updates on Cloverhealth as well as other stocks and tokens we like. And I thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I will see you in the next video.